Welcome to the Arizona Pickleball League podcast, presented by Jigsaw Health. And now, your hosts, Danny Jensen and the Orchard Security Guy.
Welcome to the... Is it going? Sorry, I'm having... I think it's actually just my difficulties. Well, welcome, Arizona Pickleball family. This is Danny Jensen. We are joined with OSG and Ashlee
Candelaria.
It was close.
Caught it, though.
Yeah, Ashlee
Candelaria.
We're excited to have you on the show today.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so this is episode 8, I believe. 8 of the Pickleball podcast for the Arizona Pickleball League. And we actually had something very interesting happen this week. And we are going to let OSG, the commish, take it away.
Well, you may be wondering why Ashlee
Aria
is with us right now. We had, on Thursday, we had a trade. Came over the commissioner's desk on Thursday, about 7:39 in the morning. Ashlee
Aria
will be replacing Vicky Foster for the
Gilbert
Gladiators.
That was good.
Which will be playing tomorrow night.
Yes.
Okay.
And this will be your first game.
It will, yeah.
So, were you able to watch film on last game?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know which... I know you're going to be playing alongside Stephanie Vlad, but are you going to be playing alongside Chris, or are you going to be playing alongside Michael? Do you know yet?
I'm not positive.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's good, because they're going to keep us on our toes for tomorrow night.
Is that something you just can't share with us? You don't want the other team to know? Or you just haven't decided? You've been playing with both so far?
I haven't met Chris yet, but played with Michael.
I think you and Chris should play together. I think I should make the decision. And I think the first time you guys should meet is when you walk onto the court.
Yeah.
I just think that would be like a really good storyline. Like, we just won the first time we met.
Yeah. If we win. It would be horrible if we lost, but yes.
It'd be a great storyline if they lost as well. Ashlee
Aria.
It would be great to see that happen. I just wanted to use your name more.
Okay, speak to Mike. Maybe we can set that up.
Okay, I'll talk to Mike. Do you know that you also have what we call mascot? Have you seen the mascot yet? Have you met the mascot?
I have not met the mascot, but I have seen him, the gladiator.
So he was very excited. I spoke to him on the phone. He was very excited because he said you resemble a little bit more of a gladiator type.
Okay.
And he's really excited to have you. He thinks that you actually might be willing to dress up as a gladiator as well for a promo video. Is this true?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Oh.
I wouldn't rule it out, but
okay.
haven't committed to it.
She hasn't ruled it out. Okay, well, let's dive straight into like actual pickleball. So our viewers, they don't know you very well yet. So let's talk a little bit about you.
Okay.
Where are you from?
So I'm from Australia.
From Australia.
Yeah.
Where in Australia are you from?
Darwin.
Can you give us
so
a little...
if this is Australia, you go central north, and that's where I'm from. I think there's like 150,000 people. It's not a huge town, but...
So at the top of Australia?
Yeah.
Is that where Crocodile Dundee was from?
I think some of it was filmed there. I don't know if he was like from there, but...
Have you seen Crocodile Dundee?
Remember what I said?
Oh, boy. Okay.
I'm not a movie guy.
Okay.
So he knows that, though. Okay. But he is a movie guy. So we kind of balance each other. Are you a movie girl?
I'll watch a movie, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a movie girl.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so you're from Australia. That's good. What is your favorite shot on the pickleball court? What is the surprise stingers looking to avoid tomorrow night?
I really enjoy banging rallies. So I like the quick hands.
Yep.
I find that's the most fun. And that's kind of what I'm looking to do.
Fair enough. So I'm going to give everybody a little sneak peek. I had an opportunity to play alongside Ashlee Candelaria. And I had a fantastic time. She is a fantastic player, and she definitely, and this isn't saying much, but she hits the ball harder than I do. I play a lot of soft game. You probably saw that.
Yeah.
A lot more drops. Chris Headings plays a little bit, a little more of the harder game and the faster game. So I think if you play with Chris for the first time, you'll be pleasantly surprised that your game is going to fit a little bit better than with mine, because I just sit there and play all the soft game.
Okay,
all day.
I felt like we did pretty good though.
We did do pretty good. And you know what? You know who else is starting to kind of ramp up her game as well as Stephanie Vlad.
She played very well the other day.
So is she somebody that you're looking forward to playing alongside of?
Absolutely. Well, she was former ASU tennis team also. So, yeah, we have lots of mutual connections.
I'm learning a little bit right now.
So we got a tennis background.
Yes, tennis background. And both Steph and I played for ASU. A few years off, but.
Wow. So is this maybe an unfair advantage that they both are ASU tennis players?
So
We're a few years out of that.
How did you get out? Because I know Australia is I think the national sport is cricket there. So
one of them.
You started tennis early, or tell us a little bit about how you got out of there without playing cricket and got into tennis.
Well, everyone plays cricket in Australia, so that's a given on any holiday. You all play cricket. No, I don't know. I started playing tennis because no one in my family on holidays wanted to play with me. They all said, shotgun, not Ashlee, on my team.
Ashlee
Candelaria?
Yes.
And then it just kind of, snowballed from there.
Well, there you go. So have you played, did you play tennis basically your whole life growing up?
From when I was 9 onwards, yeah.
And other than cricket, did you play any other sports?
I was a gymnast. You would not believe that, being 6'1". Obviously,
I was the tallest gymnast in the world.
I was an exceptionally bad gymnast. And then I also played basketball for a minute.
Okay. That one actually kind of aligns more.
I was 9. I had to make a decision at 10 to choose between the two sports. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've had a few people on the show that were also tennis players. What were you known for in tennis?
Well, I still play a lot of tennis, and I'd say I'm known for my forehand angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Mm-hmm. Just in case I end up on the tennis court with you.
It won't matter. I'll still beat you with it.
It won't matter because I've never played tennis in my life. So no matter what you did, you would beat me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe left-handed.
I would actually give that to you. You probably would. I'll be honest, you probably won't find me on a tennis court.
Okay.
Unless there's pickleball lines painted on it. So, okay, well, this is awesome. So, we're actually going to break down a little bit of the trade. So, last week, we had a 73-46 win for the Peoria Pythons versus your team, the Gilbert Gladiators. That put you guys at 0-1 starting the season. Coming in at 0-1, are you looking to hopefully, you're going to play the Surprise Stingers, who are also 0-1, so this game could essentially be very big. How big is it to get that first win and not have basically an 0-2 start?
Yeah, I think it's crucial. Our team definitely needs this. Not just from a scoreboard situation. I think for a team morale, I think this is going to be a big night for us.
Yeah. No, I agree. In OSG, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but starting 0-2 is not what you want to do.
It's a tough road back. And the other thing, too, as far as tiebreaker is point differential. So you always got to keep that in mind as you're going in there competing all the way to the end, and everyone's done that. But it's an uphill climb starting there, but it can be done.
Interesting. I didn't actually realize that is it a point differential throughout the entire 4 games in the league?
I think it works. We're win-loss. So we have 5 teams, right? 4 are going to make the playoffs. And then if it comes down to tiebreakers, I believe the second one is going to be point differential throughout all games.
Wow. Okay.
Always that incentive, no matter what the score is, to try to get as many points. Yeah, as many points as you can.
Which actually is going to hopefully play a large portion of the role tomorrow night, because you guys are playing the Surprise Stingers, who I believe in their first game got put into like what we call a tornado. They lost to the Tempe Tornadoes.
Yep. Okay.
And that night, I believe, if my mind's telling me correctly, Dana took over the game. Do you think that you can channel a little bit of your inner Dana and take over the game tomorrow night?
I don't know, because I did watch a lot of that match, trying to get myself ready for tomorrow night.
Okay.
Because I don't know, like, I'm not huge in the pickleball scene, so I don't know a lot of these players. So to be able to see them ahead of time is helpful.
So she's been doing her homework.
Little bit.
Yes. Now, what did you notice through that when you were breaking down the film with your coaches and all your team members? Which might be just your husband
and my children.
And your children.
Yeah.
What was it that you were noticing that you're going to be able to take advantage of?
Well, I mean, you're right. Dana played exceptional. But I don't know. I think it's just a big part is, us focusing on us. And one thing you and I spoke about the other day is when points are going quickly, being able to slow them down and getting into more of the dink rallies to kind of build your confidence up versus, that third shot straight after the side out going
Absolutely.
big.
Yeah. So and I may just share this with the community, the Arizona Pickleball family, as well as OSG. So one of the things that me and Ashlee Candelaria were talking about was that essentially what happens is when a team is getting beat, and this may not be something that maybe hopefully they're watching, because this is something that is very good for this thing, but when you're getting beat, you want to make sure the points are longer, right? Because when you're making the points longer and you're drawing the team in, they have less chances to score. I think one of the issues that we have seen by some teams is when they go down early, they really quickly want to rattle back points as soon as they get served. Well, what ends up happening is that they get it side out pretty quickly, or maybe take maybe not the best shot, have a mistake, and then the other team's able to capitalize on that because they gave up points too early, when they could have kind of worked themselves back into the game a little bit. Even though it had been a little bit slower, instead of widening the gap either would have stayed similar or actually shrunk a little bit, hopefully.
And I think that's something that they're starting to learn as they play with a different format of timed, okay, get up there, play a little bit, get up to the volley zone, and lengthen the time of the points, especially if we're down 3 or 4. And then towards the end, obviously, you might have to reach for some things to catch up a little bit.
Of course. Well, the good thing is that I believe, so if you're playing with Michael, and I believe that this is what they did last time, Chris will probably play the second quarter.
Okay.
So if you're playing with Chris, you're probably going to play the second quarter, which is actually probably pretty good for you, because you have not quite been in the environment yet, because the environment on Tuesday Night Pickleball is a little different than a practice session.
Yeah.
We're just saying that. That's the best way to wrap my head around it. There's a lot more people here. I think during our practice session, there was just us 4 on the court. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a little bit more adrenaline is probably the best way to put it. And so maybe going second and allowing those things just kind of sit in and being in the environment could be good for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not quite an expert on anything, but I understand how pickleball works, and I understand that nerves are a real thing.
Yeah, but I do think nerves can either help you or hurt you, right?
Yeah.
You can definitely use them and play better. So, unfortunately, I have had experience playing, in front of people, and so not so much worried about that. But it definitely, you're right. I mean, I haven't played in an environment quite like this, and that's why I'm excited to do so.
No, that's good. How long have you played pickleball for?
2 years, but probably really aggressively, maybe in the last couple months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you dabbled in it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you got the pickleball bug, is what we call it.
Yeah,
And
Craig and I played in a pro tournament and we lost, and I'm not a fan of losing. So then I started playing
Craig
a
and
lot
you,
more.
which tournament did you play in?
We played in the Desert Ridge.
I think I
one.
saw that. I didn't realize that was...
Yeah, that was me.
Things are starting to connect in my brain a little bit.
Yeah.
So, okay. So then now you are you taking it like more seriously, or is tennis still trumping pickleball?
No, pickleball is definitely trumping tennis.
Okay.
I only play tennis once a week with my husband in a league. And the rest of the time it's pickleball.
Wow. Okay. And how much pickleball are you playing right now? Are you training like every single day and just grinding into it 2 days?
No, I have 2 children and a business. I wish I could. That would be amazing. But no, I'm probably getting 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's very good. So one thing you might not know about OSG is training 24/7. So he never takes any moments off.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So and that's actually why we picked him up from the Butterfly Pavilion. How many months ago was that?
It was probably working on about a year now.
About a year ago. Yeah. So, I mean, it was a big pickup for us. Kind of similar to the Gilbert Gladiators picking up you.
Yeah.
And really, hopefully getting a little bit momentum going into this week. I think that's kind of what we did here at the Orchard was when we got OSG. I mean, security took off. We just recently received that first 5-star review. I mean, it's really... he's probably the biggest pickup so far in Orchard history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you take time off, people get hurt. So
Yeah.
that's basically what happens.
Very much so.
We're premium on safety for all our fans and players.
Mm-hmm.
I want to circle back. You watched a little bit of that tape.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the tornadoes throw out a bunch of tornado wags. Now, for you fans that are not watching, it's just kind of like a circle with the right arm, kind of like a mini tornado.
Okay.
I don't remember any Gladiator stuff. Did you see it, or have they talked to you about it? If it's like a winner of some sort or an overhead smash, what you're supposed to do?
I don't know that yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I think that's something we need to talk
Did you
about.
see it?
I did not see anything.
See one.
You know, there's a few finger wags that get thrown
I
around.
did see those.
Are you a big finger
I
wagger?
know. You will not see me doing that.
Well, why not?
Just, I don't know.
Is that not like a cricket thing?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like really big in cricket. You
Yeah.
could like, you know, I'm not very familiar with cricket, but I feel like you could finger wag whenever you want.
I guess you could.
Like they-
in theory, just
What is it called when they? Is it
Bowl.
a bowl?
Mm-hmm.
So they bowl it. I actually knew that. Isn't that? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I did not know.
So they bowl it,
Yeah.
and if they don't hit the
Wicket.
wicket,
Yeah.
you could probably finger wag the whole time.
Well, actually, you know what? Saying that, there is a finger rag by the umpire.
Oh, so he's kind of doing this.
Yeah.
But what about like, you know, you're protecting your wickets.
Yeah.
They can't hit it. Do you ever just look at him and go, give him like no,
Wait,
the bowler?
Well, the bowler's trying to bowl a wicket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're trying to protect the wicket.
Who are you at the moment
The
in
one
this situation?
I'm just so not familiar with the positions. The
Okay.
one that
So there's 2 wickets on either end.
Yes.
Right? There's a batter and then there's a runner who also has a bat because you run like opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's a wicky, which is a wicket keeper
yeah.
on the same team as the bowler.
Yeah.
Who bowler throws, if the guy mishits, wicky catches.
Catches,
Yeah,
yes.
to get him out.
Yes. So when they are not catching the ball or not hitting the wicket,
You're right. He could be just standing there.
and he could be just being
doing
like,
all
no,
of it."
just give none of this. See,
Yeah, he
I'm
could.
telling you, you couldn't.
You should reach out to them.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think that's the thing. That's the
I'll
new
reach
thing.
out. I'll reach out and get
Alright.
some finger wagging going in cricket. Okay,
Okay.
good to know that you guys haven't. It maybe just hasn't crossed the pond yet. The finger wag.
We are a little bit behind, so maybe
okay.
in 10 years we'll be doing those.
That's okay. True. True. Maybe you just have to bring it back.
Okay.
So how often do you go back to Australia?
Before COVID, we were going about 3 times a year. All my family's still there.
That's
so,
quite a
yeah,
lot,
it's
actually.
a lot. Yeah.
And that's more than I was expecting you to say.
Okay.
And do they also live in the northern central part of Australia?
They do. Yeah,
Okay.
they all do.
And is that where you go back every time, or do you ever go back to like
No, we have been going back to Perth. All of our extended families there. I mean, sometimes we're in Melbourne, sometimes we're in Brisbane.
And
Beach.
so we're not really known for insects here in the area of, I mean, like we sort of are, but it's just like we don't have like crazy mosquitoes like you have up north. I just haven't really experienced that here in Arizona. But we do have some bugs. We have some scorpions. But Australia is different. Australia has bugs.
Yeah, we have all the things. All the things that can kill you.
Go.
But I do believe the national bird there is the emu.
Okay.
And doesn't the
I did not know
emu
that,
eat
but
insects?
maybe.
So you know more.
We can go with that.
Yeah.
You almost seem more Australian than me.
Yeah.
You could be from there.
Right.
Right.
That's good.
I think you should go the rest of the podcast in just
As an Australian.
as an
All
Australian.
right.
Does he have permission from a fellow Australian?
100%.
Okay, that's all you need to. So let's ask him a question now.
All right.
So Tuesday night pickleball's tomorrow night. I believe you already did your safety check. That happens usually on Monday mornings, sometimes Monday nights.
Right.
Is there anything that didn't quite meet the standards of Arizona pickleball?
No, we checked everything. We had the net at the right height. And so I think the lights were good, and I think we're good for tomorrow night.
I love this.
That was great.
Yeah. Ashlee
Candelaria.
I am really happy that you have joined the league.
Thanks.
You're a fantastic player. Can you tell us what you're most excited about for joining the league?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a team environment, so it's a little bit different.
Have you ever played a team environment pickleball?
No, I haven't. I mean, it's always been, doubles, a little bit of singles, but yeah, I'm excited for that.
And you can just show the world what you're made of, because I think that this is your opportunity to put the league on notice.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're here to play. The Gladiators are back.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if the Gladiators ever left necessarily. You have one game down, but I think that there's an opportunity to make a statement tomorrow.
I agree. I think they have an opportunity to really bounce back, and everyone else on the team, I'm sure, feels the same way. Do you feel any additional pressure being the new person on the team that, okay, now we're ready to go, it's up to me now, or...
You got to kind of put the team on your back.
I mean, I don't know, not really. I feel like I'm pretty confident with what I can and also can't do. So I think if I play well, then I think we should be good. But I mean, again, the league is filled with great players. So I think at any given Tuesday night, it's anyone's game. So, I mean, I feel like our team is confident going into tomorrow night, but we're just going to show up and be our best and see what happens.
So I am curious how Chris is doing. I should probably shoot him a text. I should have got some insider information before the podcast, but maybe that's good for something to talk about tomorrow night. Chris' hamstring has been bothering him a little bit.
Didn't seem to bother him. Didn't he win this past weekend?
He's been doing good this past weekend, I will say, and he actually will say as well, Dave Furman played very, very well. I'm not quite sure why he didn't get lobbed every single play. I'm going to talk to the people that were playing him, because that's what I would have done to really just stress out his hamstring a little bit more. Maybe they just didn't want to beat him like that, right? They wanted to beat him straight up. When it comes to winning, I probably would have done anything, including lobbing you, Chris. I'm looking right at you. And but really, I'm just hoping that his hamstring's doing well and that he's able to come out and really play with the Gladiators as well as he possibly can, because I think that you guys have a very good opportunity. You guys are playing a very good team. I will say that, the Surprise Stingers. So you guys will need to come out and play your best.
Yeah.
With that said, I think it's an opportunity for you guys and for them to hopefully make a statement that you guys are ready ready to make a splash in the pickleball league.
Yeah. Do you guys know, are they same lineup as previous?
I don't believe they made any trades. I believe you were the first trade.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes. Nothing else has been put on my desk as of now.
Okay.
Right before the podcast.
Which means that so all the film that you're watching, it's true film.
True film.
True film.
Okay.
So if your kids can break that down for you and write up some notes or something.
Yeah.
Yep. So I also got a little insider information. Your husband decided to not support you tomorrow.
He will be supporting me. No, we do have a trip for his birthday. His birthday is Wednesday. So I will be driving back and then driving back out after the game.
Cool. No, I'm just giving you more of a hard time and giving him a little bit of a hard time just because I can. But, okay, well, here's the thing. So tomorrow night you guys pick up a win, hopefully, right?
Yep.
In your case, and the Surprise Stingers are looking for a win. And it's going to set the tone for the rest of the second, I always say it's like the second period, like kind of hockey rules, but like basically there's the series, it's kind of split into three. So you kind of had those first few games that everybody's kind of a little bit nervous. Now everybody's played.
Yeah.
You're the only one in the league that hasn't played. So these next 7 to 8 games is going to be very interesting before you play those last set of 4 games where everybody's going to know the standings going into that last game, what they need to do. So this middle section is really kind of like up in the air for anybody to take home. So if you guys can make an impact here, I think it's going to be what set the tone for that second stretch of the year. So I'm looking forward to that. With that said, I think we are probably able to wrap it up unless you have anything else that you need to share with the fans.
No.
Come and support Ashlee
Candelaria.
And we will we have a great show tomorrow night. It's going to be extremely fun. You got 8 of the best players in Arizona, and I'm really excited to kind of get this kicked off again. And I wasn't supposed to be here tomorrow night. So I had an emergency, non-emergency kind of just thing that I was going to leave for, and then I was able to stick around. Specifically, I will say it was for Arizona Pickleball League. So that's the reason why I'm staying here, and then I'm out on Wednesday. So I'm excited. I'm ready to call the game, and I think I'm going to be joined by Simran Gonzalez.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So she's going to help me call the game. She's a tornado.
Okay.
So make sure. She might be talking a little crap while she's sitting here, watching
I'm all for that. I'd actually prefer that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. We like to hear that. So, no, Sim's like one of my favorite people, and we're gonna be breaking down the game. But make sure you put on a show for her, so she's a little bit nervous to play you guys.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. And with that said, we are on to closing it down.
Okay, pickleballers. I had a call for this weekend to go to a tournament to do some surveillance on the APP. Ken Herman called me on their new microphones. Now, they have the Audio Technica. They had 66 of them installed. They were the 2X4G model, and they were for audio for all their games. Now, as you're watching those games, you'll see a lot of those players hold their paddle up next to their mouth, and they're trying to talk to their partner about certain things in the match. And you may wonder, what are they talking about? Well, I happen to get seating on the center court. Simone Jardine, Paris Todd, we're playing. And I'll give you a little insight. Paris said to Simone, "What should we do?" And Simone said, "Is that the Orchard security guy behind us?" Paris said, "I think so." And Simone replied, "Do you think we should say anything?" "No." So next time you're playing, remember, there's microphones everywhere, and we can hear everything you're saying. Until the next episode, good night.